Michael Jackson looked extremely different from the beginning of his career right up until his death. Now, a lot of people think this was due to plastic surgery and various health issues he had. One of the most noticeable changes was his nose. Now, he actually eventually admitted to getting a nose job in a 2003 documentary with Martin Bashir. He said, "I had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose. It helped me breathe better so I can hit higher notes. I'm telling you the honest truth. I didn't do anything to my face," he said. Then there was the issue of his skin color though. Michael told Oprah Winfrey back in the early 90s that he suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that created pale blotches on his body. His dermatologist, Dr. Arnold Klein, confirmed that in 2009, saying his was bad because he began to get a totally speckled look all over his body. It was all over his body, but on his face significantly and his hands, which were very difficult to treat. Now, it's been rumored that he used bleaching cream to make his skin tone more even. However, other experts have claimed that Michael had a lot more done than just one nose job and skin lightening. Michael got his first nose job in 1979, and he claimed he got the surgery not because he wanted a smaller nose, but because he broke it during a dance rehearsal and needed an operation. But then he got it done more times. Now, LaToya Jackson appeared to follow in her brother's footsteps when it came to getting botched plastic surgery, especially on her nose. On October 13, 2017, LaToya was spotted dashing out of a drugstore. Now, strangely, she was wearing a hairnet, leading sources to speculate that she'd undergone cosmetic work earlier in the day. Now, this is valid for people to assume because if you look at photos of her throughout the years, you can literally see her nose shrinking, and obviously that's not natural. As her face evolution was then reviewed by a panel of America's top plastic surgeons, and while none of them had treated LaToya, they all agreed that she's undergone the knife for multiple nose jobs. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Lisa Rinna turned heads recently, and not in a good way, due to how her face looked. Now, Lisa attended the 2024 Fashion Trust US Awards in Beverly Hills in April, but as soon as photos and videos were released to the star, people began questioning her looks, claiming that she had too much face filler. Now, Lisa then responded to the comments about her looks, saying that she used Skin Vive, which is described by the FDA as a gel implant or dermal filler that is injected in specific areas of facial tissue to add definition or reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. Now, she said this was not good for her. Skin Vive is not good for everyone, and it was not good for me. Luckily, we could dissolve it today. Phew, she wrote. Now, there were also concerns of her lip fillers that she's had in the past, as the silicone caused hard and bumpy scar tissue on her lips. Now, Madonna's face has been ever changing, and there's been a lot of speculation that she's gotten a lot of work done. But in 2023, she finally admitted that she had plastic surgery, but she has not revealed what the procedures were or how often she's gone under the knife. Board-certified surgeon Dr. Barry Winterbob, who reviewed before and after images of Madonna, said he saw signs of at least 12 cosmetic facial procedures, which he estimates would have cost multiple six-figure sums, which is not surprising at all. Now, accusations really came to a head after the singer presented an award at the 2023 Grammys. She looked nothing like her past self, and fans were calling her out on social media for her excessive plastic surgery. Now, it's been reported that she was affected by these comments, and she accused those of making the comments of ageism and misogyny at the time, but later admitted to having plastic surgery after posting a photo with the caption, "Look at how cute I am now that the swelling from surgery has gone down, LOL." Now, this isn't the first time that fans have accused Madonna of trying out plastic surgery, as in the 1990s there were rumors that she was trying out Botox and was undergoing a nose job. She's never confirmed or denied these allegations, but looking at photos of her and comparing them, you can tell there's a huge difference, which you can't just attribute to aging. Now, Joan Rivers was the queen of plastic surgery. Joan passed away in September 2014, and afterwards her daughter Melissa wrote a memoir called The Book of Joan: Tales of Mirth, Mischief, and Manipulation as a tribute to her life. In the memoir, though, she revealed that Joan had 350 48 cosmetic operations over her life and was never happy with the way that she looked, which fed into her sense of being less than. Now that is truly just insane to me. Now, when speaking about the plastic surgery, Joan said, "My motto is better a new face coming out of an old car than an old face coming out of a new car." Now, Joan admitted to having Botox injections, several nose jobs, an eye tuck, liposuction, and a few facelifts. Now, in the end, Joan passed away due to a botched elective surgery she was having on her throat, and every surgery had a risk, but she didn't care, which in the end contributed to her death. Heidi Montag went overboard when it came to plastic surgery. I'm honestly surprised that no one put a stop to it because it seemed so dangerous. In 2010, she had 10 cosmetic procedures done in one day. Yes, 10 of them. Now, the star was just 23 years old at the time, with the surgeries including a chin reduction, liposuction, a breast augmentation, a brow lift, rhinoplasty revision, facial fat injections, and an ear pinning surgery. Ahead of her operations, her surgeon told her that she would recover within a few months, but it actually took her over a year to get back on her feet and back to normal. "I could barely talk, my jaw, I had part of my chin sawed off. I mean, it was really a lot," she said. "We had to have houses at the house for months to help me recover." Now, she also had something really scary happen during the procedures that she finally spoke about in 2018. She told Paper Magazine that she actually died for a minute at the recovery center post-surgery, after she was given an incorrect dose of a painkiller. "My security guards called Spencer, who is her husband, and told him Heidi's heart stopped, she's not going to make it," she told the publication. Yeah, it's absolutely insane that she was able to get all of that done at the same time, and shame on the surgeon who did that to her. And now we have Tara Reid admitting to getting a botched boob job and body contouring procedures in the past. Now, in an interview, she said that she consulted a plastic surgeon in 2004 and she asked for big B's, but instead he gave her C cups and she didn't want them. Now, after the surgery, she immediately noticed that her nipples were deformed. But after 6 months of "it's going to get better," it started to get worse and worse. "I never thought I'd have nipples that looked like this," she said. Then, to make things worse, she had a nip slip on the red carpet at P. Diddy's 35th birthday party in New York. Now, it wasn't just the fact that she had a nip slip that made headlines, it was because it was revealed to the world that her boob job was botched. Now, instead of her areola being a perfect round circle, hers was different, as if a chunk had been cut out. And after the incident, Tara was labeled Franken nipple and later had to explain that her plastic surgery had gone wrong. She said, "I was already dealing with what it looked like. The last thing I wanted to happen was have the whole world see it." Now, she also had a procedure called body contouring done by the same surgeon and was unhappy with the results. "My stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing," she said. "I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work." Years later, after doing some thorough research on doctors, she went under the knife again to get the previously botched jobs corrected. She says that she saw a therapist for about a year to get help with her confidence issues and she settled down. Thankfully, she seems to be happy with how she looks now, but I can't imagine all the physical and mental pain that she went through with those first surgeries. Kylie Jenner has shocked the world time and time again when it comes to her looks. At the beginning of this year, when she was on red carpets, fans were calling her out for looking old. Now, she talked about it on an episode of The Kardashians and was crying about it. Talking to her sister Kendall about the rumor she'd been using fillers after Paris Fashion Week, she said, "It's a miracle I still have confidence and can still look in the mirror and think I'm pretty. I went on a journey last year dissolving half my lip filler. I even hate having this conversation over and over again. It feels like it's a waste of my breath because I think with me it's never going to change." Now, you'd think some people would then leave her alone, but people have come back 10 times more to drag her looks. Now, Kylie made her British Vogue debut on the cover of the publication's September 2024 issue, titled The Big Fashion Issue, and readers have mixed feelings about her appearance. One person tweeted, "Sorry, but she absolutely looks 60 years old. Like, this is Susan Lucci as far as I'm concerned. and This Is a Desperate Housewife. She lived on Wisteria Lane since 1967. Now, a lot of people agreed with them calling her old, and there's also a viral tweet comparing Kylie to her ex-friend Madison Beer. Now, Kylie and Madison are the same age, but Kylie looks about 20 years older. Now, recently a lot of people have been calling out Ariana Grande for her present looks. When the trailer for her new movie Wicked came out, Ariana was unrecognizable. She dyed her hair blonde and ditched the ponytail. Now, since she finished filming the movie though, she's kept the hairstyle. Then a lot of people were worried about her weight and her face, accusing her of plastic surgery. One person commented on her looks saying, "It's distracting how sick and frail Ariana looks. Why would Linda look like she's starving to death? It's not just even her body, it's her entire appearance," they said. Now, Ariana has revealed that she's taken a hiatus from lip fillers and Botox injections in recent years. Now, the comments came during a video made for Vogue about her beauty secrets, during which she got candid and emotional about how her relationship with beauty has shifted over time. The singer and the actor had not previously disclosed undergoing any cosmetic procedures, but she admitted, "I had a ton of lip filler over the years and I had Botox. I stopped in 2018 because I felt so too much." Selena Gomez's appearance has been ever changing since she got her kidney transplant and was diagnosed with lupus. She's been on a lot of different medication and it affects her weight, so it fluctuates a lot. Now, people have been commenting on how she's looked recently, and there was recently a video on TikTok that discussed the changes in her face over the years. Selena saw it and responded by saying, "Honestly, I hate this," wrote Selena, who's been open about her struggles with lupus. "I was on stripes because of a flare-up, I have Botox, that's it. Leave me alone," she added. Now, Selena first discussed what cosmetic work she had done last December when a commenter told her to remove her cheek fillers / implants. Now, in response, Selena said, "Ha ha ha, I've had Botox, baby girl." Now, some people don't believe her though and think that she's gotten work on her eyes and eyebrows as well. Now, in March of this year, Khloe Kardashian shocked fans yet again with her appearance. Khloe helped her sister Courtney as she appeared in a promotional video for her brand Lemme. And let me say, people were absolutely brutal. One person said, "No, we are not okay because your alien lips take up half of your face and this is the 100th version of your nose, let me barf." Another said, "Those lips and glasses, she looks like a cartoon." A third person added, "Her lips are insane and not in a good way." During one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians in 2021, Khloe said that people have accused her of having a face transplant but insisted at that point she'd only had one nose job. Now, where should I start with Katie Price? This past month, she showed off her 6th facelift and her 17th boob job. Yep, you heard those numbers right. Now, Katie has been left unhappy with the surgery according to her friends. A source told The Sun Katie now needs her eyebrows redoing because the facelift means they're pointing up and she's worried she looks like Spock from Star Trek. She's really beaten up. Junior and Princess hate speaking to her on FaceTime because she's so bloody and bruised. They joke that she looks like Frankenstein's monster. Now, apparently Katie also had surgery on her eyes and under her chin in Istanbul after her usual surgeon refused to carry out the work for her. An insider said Katie was determined to change her face again, and when her usual clinic in Brussels said no, she made new arrangements. Now, it seems like she has an addiction to plastic surgery and she looks nothing like her old self. In September 2023, Miley Cyrus revealed a new look. She had dyed her hair back to brown and appeared to have a more chiseled face. Now, this has led many fans to believe that she had buccal fat removal, and they are not a fan of it. One person tweeted, "The buccal fat removal and the veneers combo is kicking her butt for real." A post on a Reddit community discussed how changed Miley's looks are over the years. Now, there has been speculation over whether the star has undergone any plastic surgery. Now, Blac Chyna decided to reverse every single cosmetic procedure that she's had done on her body. She removed all her facial filler as well as went through a breast and butt reduction procedure. Now, the 34-year-old used to be known for her exaggerated look, but now she's making some big changes. She spoke to Access Hollywood and opened up about the many procedures that she's had over the years and her journey in getting them reversed. She said, "This is my 5th boob job. I've had liposuction 3 times, I've had fillers, I've had butt augmentation," and she explained that she underwent an 8-hour operation to get rid of a 2-liter Coke bottle worth of silicone in her butt. Now, that removal resulted in her losing 10 pounds. When speaking about the transformation, she got tired of having the surgery look because she feels that it's no longer flattering and totally changed her face. Fans loved her honest honesty and commended her for publicly acknowledging that she might have made a mistake, but she looks completely different now. Photos of Tom Brady have been circulating the internet, raising a lot of questions. Most people are asking, did Tom Brady get his buccal fat removed? And let me tell you, it sure does look like it. He looks pretty thin now. Now people may raise the point that he got really in shape and maybe lost a bit of weight, but we all know that Tom has always been in shape, and buccal fat usually doesn't tend to fluctuate with weight loss and weight gain, and the change would be minimal if it did. So suddenly seeing drastic chiseling in that area usually indicates a buccal fat removal procedure that's been done. Now he is aging though, so he could just be losing the fat in his face for that reason, but I'm not too sure it makes him look this chiseled. Now in April of 2021, Zac Efron's appearance in Bill Nye's Earth Day special sparked viral plastic surgery rumors. A year and a half later, the actor told Men's Health that he was healing from shattering his jaw when he ran through his house in socks, slipped, and landed chin first on a granite fountain. Having to compensate for his injured facial muscles, his masseters just grew. Now a lot of people don't believe him though and think that he's gotten some work done in vain because his face has only changed recently, even though the accident happened almost a decade ago. Now Zac didn't even know about the rumors until his mom called him to ask him if they were true. He said, "If I valued what other people thought of me to the extent they may think I do, I definitely wouldn't be able to do this work." And for the past couple of years, fans have accused Nicole Kidman of getting plastic surgery. The New York Post interviewed licensed plastic surgeons in May 2022 and asked for their opinions. The outlet spoke to facial plastic surgeon Dr. Dara Loida, who has not treated Kidman but was confident that she had received plastic procedures recently. Dara noted that the 2022 pictures of the actress left little doubt that she had a facelift and neck lift surgery. She noted deeper facial structures have been pulled and lifted up, while her jawline and neck look tighter than would be possible without it. Now in 2011, Nicole admitted to trying Botox for a brief time, but ultimately decided to stop receiving injections. But now that it's been more than a decade, fans think that she changed her mind and has gone under the knife as she looks completely different. Next is Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling's recent appearance has stirred up some controversy among fans as they think he's going overboard with his looks. Ryan attended SXSW for the premiere of his movie The Fall Guy. While he took center stage in front of the cameras and crowds to share his thoughts on the film, online observers swiftly redirected focus to an entirely different aspect. Online platforms were flooded with remarks concerning his appearance. One person pondered, "What's going on with Ryan Gosling's face?" Another said, "He got old." Now additionally, numerous speculations arose regarding the cause of his altered looks, with some suggesting beauty procedures. One commenter remarked, "Cheek filler overload," while another said filters ruined him, suggesting that the actor may have undergone cosmetic procedures. They remarked, "Look what a plastic surgeon did to Ryan Gosling's face. Men don't do this." Now Ryan hasn't spoken out about this, but fans have continued to speculate. Now let's talk about Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell didn't want to age naturally, so he did Botox and plastic surgery, and it honestly just made him look scary. Simon revealed that he used to get Botox and other facial injections and didn't realize how bad he looked until seeing a photo from his past. He had an especially shiny face, nearly luminescent white teeth, and many enhanced features. Now he's been vocal about altering his appearance in the past, and his cosmetic procedures have included Botox, a 2018 facelift, and teeth veneers. He said, "There was a stage where I might have gone a bit too far. I saw a picture of me from the other day and didn't recognize it as me at first of all." He also admitted that the anti-aging treatments made him look like something out of a horror film. But it seems like he just hasn't learned his lesson, because literally just a couple months after that interview, he was unrecognizable once again in a viral video. Many people then made fun of his appearance, with many of them comparing him to Madame Tussauds waxworks. Moving on to Rebel Wilson. Now Rebel Wilson is getting candid about her weight loss journey, and in her book Rebel Rising, a memoir, she spoke about her brief experience with Ozempic. She said she took it for maintenance after losing weight. "Someone like me could have a bottomless appetite for sweets, so I think those drugs can be good," she said, before noting that she no longer takes Ozempic. Now the actress, who has previously opened up to people about losing 80 pounds following a year of health in 2020, told The Times that her decision to slim down came when a fertility doctor encouraged her to do so for a better chance of IVF. "Basically, no one apart from my mom wanted me to lose weight," she said. Now after she revealed her weight loss to the public, public, many people were praising her, but said that she looked nothing like her former self that we were used to seeing on the big screen. Then there's Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox has gotten some plastic surgery and Botox and has opened up and revealed that she regrets certain procedures she has had done to keep up with Hollywood standards. She said, well, what would end up happening is that you go to a doctor who would say you look great, but what would help is a little injection here or filler there. So you walk out and you don't look bad and you think no one noticed, it's good. Then somebody tells you about another doctor, this person's amazing, they do this person who's so natural, you meet them and they say you should just do this, and the next thing you know, you're layered and layered and layered. You have no idea because it's gradual until you go, oh this doesn't look right, and it's worse in pictures than in real life. I have one friend who was like, whoa, no more. Now in 2016 she said, getting older is not the easiest, I've done things that I regret, and luckily they're things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, because that's not always my best look. Now the following year, Courtney let all of her filler dissolve, which was probably the best decision. Next up is Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace has never admitted to getting plastic surgery, but many experts have shared their assessment of her drastic transformation. Dr. David Rappaport profiled a timeline for Donatella's alleged procedures. From 2002 on, her face seems to have more artificially defined fullness, where now her lips seem to be overinflated, he said. Most recently, it seems very clear that she had a facelift scar that I can see in front of her temple area. You can see a fine line scar, he said. Her face looks more taut and tight, and she's clearly undergone facelift surgery, perhaps overinflated cheeks and lips. It appears as if her nose has never been done, and he added, mainly I would say facelift, somewhere between 2011 and 2014 she had one. The hairline has been lifted too high, it shouldn't end that high above the ear, and it could be because she's had more than one, but we can't know for sure. Now regardless of what she's done, we know that she's had something done because her face looks completely different. And finally we have Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista is a Canadian fashion model who is regarded as one of the most accomplished and influential models of all time. Now, Linda got some cosmetic work and hadn't been seen in public for 5 years due to it being botched. On September 23, 2021, she explained everything. She revealed that she underwent cool sculpting, which she says left her unrecognizable as it allegedly caused fat cells in her face to multiply. She explained it in an Instagram post saying, "To my followers who've wondered why I've not been working while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by a procedure which did the opposite of what it promised." Now she said the procedure's rare but serious side effect not only destroyed my livelihood, it sent me into a cycle of deep depression, profound sadness, and the lowest depths of self-loathing. In the process, I've become a recluse, I'm so tired of living this way, I like to walk out my door with my head held high despite not looking like myself any longer. Now this is just extremely sad to me, with being known as a beautiful fashion model and being told you're pretty all your life. To deal with something like that is crazy. Now thankfully she's gained more confidence and is modeling again now, but I can't imagine going through something like that. Chrissy Teigen has also caught some flack for her looks recently. Chrissy revealed in September 2021 that she underwent fat removal from her cheeks. In an Instagram story she wrote, "I did that Dr. Diamond buccal fat removal thing here," while pointing to her cheeks, adding, "And since I quit drinking, I'm really seeing the results and I like it. Yeah, I did it. What?" Then in January 2023, Chrissy shared a screenshot via her Instagram stories of a social media user who alleged that her face looked puffy due to face filler. "Have you seen Chrissy Teigen's new face?" the user wrote at the top of the video. "This post is not out of mean intentions, it's merely here to discuss overfill and its possible consequences. Chrissy Teigen's new face. Look at how your face could become if you're doing it wrong. There's too much reliance on hyaluronic gel fillers and not enough focus on building foundations, skin structure, and support. This can result in a puffy and bloated effect." Anya Taylor-Joy was one of the first celebrities people think got buccal fat removal that started the craze. In a recent Reddit thread, many fans began sharing their theories as to why they believe Taylor-Joy went under the knife for a more sculpted and sunken look, emphasizing her cheekbones. "I wish she didn't do buccal fat removal, she looks so cute. cute, one fan commented. Her face is no longer round and puffy, but chiseled and a little sunken. One user wrote, why is no one talking about the obvious nose job and buccal fat removal from her cheeks? Now, Megan Fox's face has definitely changed throughout the years, and people were convinced that she had some sort of work done. Now, she had enough, and in 2011, she denied having any work done, and to prove this and stop the rumors, she posted an album to Facebook titled Things You Can't Do With Your Face When You Have Botox that featured pictures of her making various facial expressions. Now, after this was posted, a dermatologist explained her photos actually proved that she did have Botox. Now, recently though, Megan opened up about all the plastic surgery she's had, and she said that she got her breasts done when she was 21 or 22, and then had them redone after breastfeeding her kids. According to her on the Call Her Daddy podcast, she said, I got them done in between the first and second Transformers, and Megan got them done as a young woman, and later on she had kids, and breastfeeding ruined her breasts, so it forced the star to hide her chest and herself from the public until they were fixed. Except, they didn't get fixed. According to her, the second time she got her breasts done, the implants were actually too large, and her body fat couldn't hide the edges of the implants, and they showed through her bare skin. Dove Cameron's facial transformation from 2008 to 2023 is incredible. She has changed drastically, and while some of these changes can be credited to just growing up, it appears that she's had some help from some plastic surgeons. While Dove has been transparent about her image and body issues, she hasn't admitted to receiving plastic surgery, but this hasn't stopped her from being the focal point of a lot of plastic surgery rumors. Now, numerous publications, including the US Sun, have speculated that Dove received a variety of cosmetic procedures throughout her time in the spotlight. According to these sources, experts have spotted radical differences in the former Disney Channel star's face features. In fact, they allege that Dove's facial transformation is so noticeable that it couldn't just be from natural aging and weight loss. It's been said that she had a nose job, cheek fillers, a fox eye lift, and more recently, buccal fat removal. Again, Dove has never admitted to this, but she could have just kept the procedures a secret. Now, Miley Cyrus has experienced ongoing physical transformations over the years, and some question if it's due to plastic surgery. Miley's faced rumors that she got a boob job when she was 20 years old after she started adding more chest-bearing clothing to her wardrobe. And recently, in new cover art for a new single and her appearance at the Grammys, people have been questioning her appearance. Taking to Reddit with a photo of the cover reveal, some fans couldn't help but call out the celeb's noticeably carved out cheeks. Many commented on the difference in her facial structure recently, believing she had a buccal fat removal procedure done. We need to imprison whatever plastic surgeon pioneered buccal fat removal. Now, she's also gotten veneers, and people think they look horrible, and some have even said that she looks like a horse. Can't tell if it's the buccal fat removal or the giant veneers that make her look so off these days, someone added. Now, in 2023, Liam Payne debuted a shockingly slimmed down face on the red carpet, which did not go unnoticed by fans or cosmetic surgery experts. He didn't look bad before, but his face, instead of looking soft and a little bit chubby, it looks more modelish and rugged, celebrity plastic surgeon Dr. Ratman Kassir said. Fans theorized the star had undergone the popular cosmetic surgery buccal fat removal. Now, taking to Twitter, fans voiced their opinions by saying no effing way Liam Payne got buccal fat removal surgery. Liam Payne getting buccal fat removal is sending me to the actual moon. And a third wrote, still can't believe Liam Payne got buccal fat removal. Now, Dr. Azza Helm, a board-certified multi-specialist physician, says she doesn't think that fillers alone could help Liam achieve such a defined look in the lower part of his face, so she agrees that buccal fat removal likely played a role. Courtney Cox has opened up and revealed she regrets certain procedures she's had done to keep up with Hollywood standards. In 2016, she said, getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I was trying to keep up with being older, and I have done things that I regret, and luckily they're things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, because it's not always been my best look. Admitting that she looked really strange after going under the knife. There was a time where you go, oh, I'm changing, I'm looking older, and I didn't realize that, oh, I'm actually looking really strange with injections and doing stuff to my face that I would never do now. Now, a lot of people don't believe her though, as she still looks completely different. In late 2022, Lea Michele posted some selfies that had fans questioning if she got buccal fat removal done. On December 12, 2022, Lea posted a selfie of herself comparing her features to those of the White Lotus's character Lucia. Now, users took to Twitter and TikTok talking about how it was obvious that she had undergone buccal fat removal. Now, if you look at her before and after photos, it's kind of a jump scare because she looks so different. Now, many people online have begun to make fun of her, comparing her to photos of chiseled Squidward from the show SpongeBob. Now, is it mean? Kinda, but is it funny and true? Absolutely. Now, there's been a rise in this type of plastic surgery, and while the procedure has been around for over 50 years, I'm doing 3 times as many buccal fat reductions this year than I was 5 years ago, New York plastic surgeon Dr. Andrew Janko says. Now, Lea hasn't admitted to having anything done, but clearly she did something. People's faces just don't change like that. And lastly, we have Lil Kim. Sources close to Lil Kim says that she spent over $9,000 to bleach her skin, get a nose job, and alter her cheekbones. In an interview in 2005, Lil Kim finally admitted to getting several nose jobs done, and back in the day, Kim was one of the first hip-hop artists to undergo plastic surgery. Now, it was widely speculated that she'd also undergone a breast augmentation, chin and cheek fillers, and an eye lift, and speaking about why she wanted to alter her face in the same interview, she said, "I think I did it because I was a little too vain at the time. I was trying to be perfect, I'm a perfectionist," adding that she was a bit excessive when it came to surgery sometimes. It's clear that there's been skin bleaching and that she probably had her eyes done as well. It's also said she could have had Botox injections under the jaw for a more chiseled look, and that Kim probably had filler injected into her cheeks.
So, cosmetic surgery has helped a lot of people feel more comfortable in their own skin, but what happens when your skin doesn't stay the same? Not so comfortable anymore, huh? Celebs have received plastic surgery very young are now warning the new wave of young stars against getting plastic surgery procedures until they're older. But some ignored naysayers, going on to destroy their faces and bodies, and maybe now even their careers. Erin Moriarty has become the new face, literally, of young celebrities giving into public perception and beauty standards, partly because the dichotomy found in her getting plastic surgery when her character, Starlight, in the show that launched her fame, The Boys, struggles with media attention on her body and face and receiving pressure to look a certain way and appease beauty standards. For fans of her character to see Erin undergo surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run from, it caused a mass wave on social media. It became the epicenter of a conversation on young women being deeply affected by beauty standards and what features are deemed beautiful or not. Megyn Kelly recently did a news story with the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly used Moriarty, who has received buccal fat removal, a chin and jaw shave surgery, a nose job, microblading, and lip injections as her example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to unnecessary plastic surgery on an already beautiful face. Kelly said, "It's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into a fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this." Another fan base that was quick to point out the differences in their fave celeb was Noah Cyrus's. Noah Cyrus, who actually looked quite similar to her sister Miley and her mother Tish in her younger years, first went through a shocking visual change circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and cheek filler and microbladed eyebrows, as was the trend at the time in beauty, and it's something she's maintained as a visual sin. But in 2023, it looks like she went a step further when she got a nose job, as was pointed out by her fans after she attended the January 2023 Paris Fashion Week looking shockingly different. And now, in 2024, she has sparked rumors for buccal fat removal, as she's recently debuted uber gaunt cheeks, the current trend thanks to Ozempic as well. Someone who's also faced some commentary for looking different from their debut days is Quan Nara. The former Hello Venus K-pop idol turned actress's plastic surgery controversy was sparked when photos from her junior high days were leaked online. There are some noticeable differences, primarily in the brow bone and nose area, which sparked discussions and some rumors about her having had plastic surgery. As the rumors escalated, she eventually addressed the speculation through a TV episode of Taxi, after the host admitted to having had plastic surgery himself on his nose and eyes. Nara explained, "I was shocked by my appearance at the beginning of my debut and have been consistently working on staying in shape ever since." She also insisted she never received plastic surgery, but that she's just been getting Botox for a long time. Despite her claim, plenty of her adoring fans did send messages of positivity and love, claiming even if she did have plastic surgery, as many still suspect she did, they weren't going to judge her for it. Reid Ewing, however, judged himself pretty harshly and shared how that affected his plastic surgery journey in the Huffington Post. The Modern Family actor expressed in an essay he had written about his heartbreaking battle with body dysmorphia. Ewing revealed that after moving to LA for bigger and better gigs, he became obsessed over what he perceived to be imperfections in his appearance as a man. That he wasn't handsome enough, chiseled enough, that these things would affect his career and his castability. His first plastic surgery as a result is at 19 when he gets cheek implants, which he described as incredibly painful both physically and emotionally. He had to wear a mask for weeks after the procedure, which led to him temporarily avoiding his home to avoid people knowing he had had it. Ewing claimed that the implants had actually made his face appear more gaunt because they defined his cheekbones rather than the actual cheek, and his second doctor then suggested a chin implant as a correction, instead of just removing the problem implants. Ewing got additional procedures, which led to more procedures, all in an effort to correct the prior ones. He had essentially become addicted to plastic surgery and explained that never once did a doctor recommend removing the things and just getting therapy. They always recommended doing more and more, feeding into the addiction and lining their own pockets. Reid has since sworn off plastic surgery in 2023, claiming it made him feel even more insecure and isolated than he did before he got any work done at all. Nikita Dragun needed plastic surgery to help her blossom into the woman that she is, but she too, like Reid, became addicted and fell into a pattern of unnecessary surgeries that chased down imagined imperfections. Nikita, who was born the male sex, transitioned to the female sex over the past decade and shared that journey online, earning millions of followers in the process with her bold and brash personality. But in 2018, Nikita decided to get real about another side of herself she wasn't documenting. To quote, "I recently broke this addiction," she expressed, "and I know that's a lot to take in, but let me explain." Nikita shared that the hardest part of her transition was her hormone therapy. The changes in her body resulted in her being critical of her appearance, suffering from body dysphoria, and ultimately leading her to undergo more and more cosmetic procedures. Getting her brow bone and jaw shaved, she got 4 nose jobs, she got Botox, she got breast implants, which required more surgery to fix the complications with the breast tissue following. To quote, "I felt this immense pressure to need to pass, to need to be a woman, to need to feel this level of confidence. So I was really in this dark place where I had to look in the mirror and stop myself from wanting to change everything because it got to the point where I didn't even know why I was doing the surgeries anymore," she explained. Thankfully, the starlet has recovered from her addiction and continues to be an advocate for transgender youth and those with plastic surgery addictions. Crystal Hefner also came clean about her plastic surgery addiction and how it was shaped too by the unrealistic pressures put on women to fit certain parameters of beauty, or otherwise they'd be deemed unwomanly. As a Playboy model and one of Hugh Hefner's wives, Crystal Hefner felt that she was expected to look a certain way, explaining years later, "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed on her, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused memory loss, spatial disorientation, migraines, and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her her life. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations and exhausted of maintaining the Hefner image after the dirtbag's death, Crystal opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. To quote her, "I removed everything fake from my body and I deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and I feel I belong more to myself." She further explained she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in that new direction. "As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard. But in the end, while she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded into a fan base that respected her authenticity." This next influencer once gave an Instagram shout out to a plastic surgeon. It's Sophia Richie. The plastic surgeon she shouted out in question was celebrity Jason Diamond, to whom she accredited, "Thank you for always taking care of me." Though Sophia, 29 at the time, didn't specify what work she'd had done, Dr. Rodriguez, who's a board-certified internal medicine physicians suggest based off her age and her facial changes during aging. To quote, Sophia has likely received a rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and under eye filler, and maybe chin filler. As for her wrinkle-free skin, probably Botox injections or laser treatments. Speaking of barely there adjustments made through plastic surgery, Hailey Bieber has had some sneaky subtle style of work done on her as well. Most of the young celebs nowadays, it's very subtle. Or do you not remember the iconic Kanye 2022 moment where for no reason during social media rant he aired out the fact Hailey had a rhinoplasty, calling her nose job Hailey Bald Loose? The model, 27, vehemently denied it at the time, but the rumor's been following her forever, and understandably so when past and present pictures are lined up. According to Dr. Ramtin Kassir, founder of Kassir Plastic Surgery, he thinks she got work done specifically around her eyes. To quote, she likely had a blepharoplasty, aka a brow lift, or some expertly injected Botox around the brows. Another starlet who had blink and you miss it minor plastic surgery was Dove Cameron. There's no denying this one. The Descendant star, 28, has been acting since 8, so it's not surprising her look would evolve, but her acid changes suggest more than just growing up. Dove really looks like how she did when she was younger, just if you also happen to grab the skin around her temple and upper cheekbone area and yank it back towards her hairline. Dove has gotten a rhinoplasty as well as upper blepharoplasty, as her eyelids are no longer as hooded, claims Dr. Carlos Rodriguez, director of Skinny Med Spa. He also threw in the speculation her lips may have filler, but he can't determine that as a factor of age or not, unlike very obvious brow lift. And last up is a celebrity whose subtle surgery combos became not so subtle when paired together. It's actually Miley Cyrus. Pair up her buccal fat removal, the big veneers with lip filler, eyebrow lift, and her newest diet of Ozempic, and you got a Miley Cyrus that looks like a permanently surprised Tim Burton character. This exact cocktail is what almost all our adored female celebrities have had done in the recent years. It's a surefire winner, and it highlights all the features most popular in bone structure and faces right now. But that's the thing. Just because a feature's popular doesn't mean you can make it suit your face. Take Cyrus's notoriously soft cheeks and round face. It's completely genetic. You see them on both her parents and her siblings, but Miley decided to suck the buccal fat out and expose her cheekbones, which her face isn't really meant to do. It's caused the singer to look extremely gaunt. It clashes with her newest set of veneers, which they themselves are a whole other problem because they're too big for her mouth. You haven't noticed she's always had it open recently? I think she's playing it off well as an aesthetics thing, but it genuinely seems like it's just uncomfortable for Miley Cyrus to have her mouth closed around those giant veneers. You can even see the difference between them and her authentic teeth photographed in years prior. Meanwhile, up top, Miley did an eyebrow lift, which is to help her cheekbone not look so much gaunt as delicate, but it didn't really take. Instead, Miley is given a distinctly surprised and skeletal looking face, and since her cheeks were drained and her eyebrows yanked back, her eyes are looking larger than life in the middle. While the singer's newest 70s style aesthetic, 70s country blend aesthetic is helping carry these newly augmented features, as is her stylist. You know, the big coiffed hair distracts from the yanked back eyebrows, slinky 70s dresses distract from an alarmingly thin Ozempic frame, etc, etc. There's no denying Miley's had some very in-your-face work done on, well, her face.
Keeping up with the ever-changing beauty trends of Hollywood is tough and leaves many with regrets. Here are 10 A-list celebs that feel that they had ruined their face with plastic surgery at some point. In an appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls in 2016, Friends star Courtney Cox revealed she regrets getting some filler. During her appearance on their survival skills reality TV show, Courtney Cox said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I think I was trying to keep up with being older. I have done things I regret, and luckily there are things that dissolve and go away, so that's good, but that's not always my best look." She did let those things dissolve shortly after. Quite a bit later, in a 2022 interview with the Sunday Times, Courtney revealed that she thought she looked really strange after getting her procedures, and that what she had done to her face she would never do now. Kenny Rogers is an absolutely iconic man, known for hits like She Believes in Me and Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. The late singer has fans all over the world. Most fans were shocked when Rogers revealed a pretty major transformation in the early 2000s. His 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It, Rogers gives an explanation as to why he got the facial procedures done, saying that he did it because he was trying to keep up with the younger stars coming in and wanted a bit of a revamp. A 2012 visit to
CBS This Morning echoed this sentiment. He also shared in this 2012 interview that he regrets it. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that. But the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." The part that he has gone on record saying that he regrets the most was his eye job. This happened in a 2006 interview with People. He said that the eye job was too tight around the eyelids for him and that it drives him crazy. But he had found the humor in the situation thanks to friend Dolly Parton, the country queen herself and Roger's duet partner on the hit track Islands in the Stream. Apparently, Dolly used to tease him about the various surgeries. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Kenny Rogers confirms all of this, saying, "Dolly and I used to laugh about it. I think he looks just fine after, but I can understand why he might have been upset with the after pictures." Khloe Kardashian has famously admitted that she was not happy with some of her procedures, specifically the fillers she had done in her face in 2015. According to the Daily Mail, Khloe allegedly said, "It did not work for me, I looked crazy, and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. The fillers were done shortly before then-husband Lamar Odom's accident. Khloe revealed that when she had spoken to her doctor about the mess-up fillers, he said, "I think it's just too much was happening to your real emotions," so she tried to get the fillers dissolved. Khloe was overall not thrilled about the situation, saying, "It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like I swear things are still in my face." The entire thing was a pretty major reveal to Kardashian Jenner fans, as Khloe has adamantly denied having any filler in the past. Just recently, Khloe has confirmed that she has had a nose job and has one regret about it, that she didn't do it sooner. That was shared via her Twitter accounts. Cameron Diaz disliked the way Botox made her look. She revealed this fact in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight. The star of Charlie's Angels and Shrek shared that she has tried Botox before, where it was like a tiny little touch of something. It changed her face in such a weird way. She'd rather see her face aging than a face that doesn't belong to her at all. She went on to say that she doesn't want to smooth out the smile lines because that means she's smiled her whole life. While Botox might not be the choice for Cameron Diaz, she has no judgment towards people who do choose to get Botox. Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. In her Vogue Beauty Secret tutorial that was posted to Vogue's YouTube on September 12, 2023, Ariana shared that she has had a ton of lip fillers over the years and Botox, but now she's over and done with it. Ariana has disclosed that she wants to now see herself age naturally. Like Cameron Diaz, Ariana Grande wants to see her well-earned cry lines and smile lines. She continued to share that she stopped all those procedures back in 2018 because, in her words, she felt like hiding because it felt too much. While she did seem to be done for now, she isn't ruling anything out for the future. She's leaving the door open for the possibility of a facelift, but not for a long time, like at least 10 years. But even then, it's only a maybe, so we'll check back in a decade. Star of The Hills, actress Heidi Montag has made many headlines, but specifically in the field of cosmetic surgery. She is known for undergoing 10 surgeries in one day in 2010. 10 in one day at age 23. For the face specifically, she had a brow lift, Botox, and a chin reduction, plus more. In a 2012 interview with Access Hollywood Live, Heidi revealed she was definitely way in over her head, and she only wanted a few enhancements and then it kind of got out of hand. Further going on to say, "I wasn't really told the repercussions and what would happen, emotionally and physically, and the pain I would be in. It was kind of a shock." As of that 2012 interview, Heidi hadn't received any additional work, wanting to focus on being healthy, alive, and strong in her words. Right after the surgery, she was open to more, but that has changed, especially more recently. In a 2019 interview with Cosmopolitan, Heidi shared her 32-year-old perspective on things, saying, "I was way too young to make such life-changing decisions, and I was under so much pressure because it was the beginning of comment sections and negativity and hate on the internet. Being in the Hollywood spotlight is never easy, and I'm glad she has found peace with the situation." Jennifer Grey has regretted her nose job that she received in 1989, not necessarily because it didn't look good. I think she looks great either way. It's just when she changed her nose, it changed her whole face, and she was suddenly unrecognizable. This decision went on to hurt her career. She had just done the iconic film Dirty Dancing, yet she wasn't getting hired much after in Hollywood, probably because she looked so different. At least, that is what Jennifer Grey thinks. She said, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous," going further, saying, "I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Though it was hard for her to get roles, she wasn't completely out of the game. She had some guest appearances on Friends and House, as well as a few TV movies. She did famously win the 2010 season of Dancing with the Stars. Makes sense. Kylie Jenner has one of the most famous pouts in the world, making a considerable amount of money off the lip kits she created so you can have one too. However, she hasn't always loved her lips. It's no secret that Kylie has had lip injections, but in a 2016 interview with Allure, and also her sister, Kim Kardashian, Kylie admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point. Kim agreeing with her. Kylie did explain herself, saying, "I got excited and I felt I needed to do a lot, and then you guys were like, 'Kylie, you need to chill,' and then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." She regrets going overboard with the filler, but not getting it in the first place. Kylie's lips have definitely become a main part of her brand now, and I think they look great, and she seems way happier with them now. Just recently, on March 8th, Kylie sat down with the New York Times and shared some insight how she feels now, saying, "It's just years and years of not feeling like my face or looks are accepted. There's nothing anyone could ever say now that would hurt me." Melanie Griffith is known for working girl Lolita and giving birth to Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson. Love Dakota, but this ain't about her. Melanie Griffith sat down with Vanity Fair in 2017 to discuss life, love, and her past plastic surgeries. She said she hadn't noticed something was up with the procedures and the amount she was receiving until outside parties started pointing things out. Griffith shared she was hurt by constant comments like, "Oh my god, what has she done?" and decided to take matters into her own hands. She started visiting a different doctor to get everything fixed up. She went on to say, "I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all of this stuff that this other doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." I think she looks great and is rocking it on the red carpet. She has appeared alongside her daughter Dakota on a few and has been in a few films more recently, like The Disaster Artist. She was also in Stuart Little 2 as a little bird. That's not on topic or important at all, but it is important to me. Sharon Osbourne seriously regretted a 5-hour facelift she had back in 2021. In her own words, she thought she looked like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She was able to joke about the situation, saying, "All I need is a hunchback." The TV personality told the Sunday Times that the procedure was a full facelift and that she looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. It's a few years later though, and Sharon Osbourne, in my opinion, doesn't look like these descriptions at all. She looks great right now. Well, she was, and I cannot stress this enough, not very happy with the results, and neither was her husband, Ozzy Osbourne. He told her, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." And she did. Sharon did have to wait until her face was fully healed before she could head back in the room, but eventually she was able to go back in and have everything corrected. Sharon is no stranger to cosmetic procedures and has openly spoken about the ones she's received in the past. While speaking to The Times, she revealed that she has had a tummy tuck, lifts to multiple body parts, breast implants, and Botox, as well as 3 facelifts. But it looks like Sharon Osbourne might be done with it all. In an interview with The Sun in April of 2023, she reveals that the previously mentioned disaster facelift has put me off and it frightens me. I really pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more.